Good day, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I'm your host, the voice of reason. So today's Horn of Africa report, covering the ongoing civil war inside of Ethiopia, specifically the occupation by Eritrean and Ethiopian army forces of the Tigray region. The reports are as follows. There appears to be a pickup in fighting on really kind of all sides. This could be the possible initial stages of an offensive by Eritrean forces and Ethiopian and Amhara-backed militia groups, really kind of focused uh, on the A2 and B30 highway near Mekelle into central Tigray and in and around the northern cities of Adigrat, Adwa, all the way over to Axum. And again, this probing action is really centered on attacking Tigrayan defense forces inside of central Tigray. Now, with that being said, as the TDF strategy is that of a guerrilla warfare engagement, uh, they have switched their areas of operation to actually a move westward. And it is reported that units of the Tigrayan Defense Forces have in fact overrun at least 3 Eritrean military outposts in northwestern, north central, and western Tigray. And we can say that there has been a response to this recent offensive by the Tigrayan Defense Forces, in which we have seen the Eritrean Air Force or armed forces attack towns in northwestern Tigray with white phosphorus munitions that have both killed and wounded personnel, and have also killed livestock animals as well, to include the destruction of buildings and houses and such. But again, fighting it appears to be picking up. Specifically, it would appear that the TDF has launched an operation well north of Shire with the intent of possibly alleviating forces of the Eritrean Army that were trying to engage the TDF in more eastern central Tigray. So again, the fighting continues. The fighting is picking up. Again, we are seeing the strategy and tactics of the Tigrayan Defense Forces, again, attacking the enemy, attacking the Eritrean Army where it is weakest, right? So going after those targets that they can effectively attack and eliminate in areas where we are not seeing this preparation with heavy weapons that could then cause damage to these attacking units of the TDF. So in the case of the operations north of Shire by the TDF, we have seen successful operations in which the TDF have overran at least 3 sites inside of the Tigray region, specifically targeting the Eritrean Armed Forces or the Eritrean Army. Again, we continue to see the buildup of forces of the Ethiopian Army, its Amhara militia allies, and obviously the Eritrean Army as well. Again, running along the B2 and then obviously the B30 highways that run from Shire to Adigrat, and then Adigrat south to Mekelle. And again, that is the power base of the Eritrean Army, again running from Shire to Adigrat, and then the power base of the Amhara militias and the Ethiopian Army, which is supporting these Amhara militias from Adigrat down to Mekelle and further south. But it would appear that a major engagement could be in the early stages of a possible renewed probing offensive by the Eritrean Army and possibly Amhara militias. They were unsuccessful uh, in the middle of May to the end of May in operations into central Tigray, and took incredibly heavy casualties. There has been reported casualties, both Amhara militia, the Eritrean Army, and the Ethiopian Army in various locales via ambush and opportunistic attacks by the Tigrayan Defense Forces. And now we are, in fact, seeing again more of these opportunistic attacks, which fall in line of the strategy of, again, to attack the enemy where they are weakest and avoid them where they are strongest, and engage in a war of high intensity attrition against these occupational forces led by Isaias Afwerki, the authoritarian regime that resides in Eritrea, and his underling, the Prosperity Party, and Abiy Ahmed. We will continue to monitor the situation and report accordingly. Thanks, everybody, and have a great day.